I don't know about you, but I used to be the biggest people pleaser, but I didn't really think that I was because I was solving people's problems. And especially because I was in my corporate job and I thought that that was my role. However, over time, I realized it was a big fat blind spot and it undermined my effectiveness. I became a bottleneck for decision making and my team didn't feel motivated to be creative or to come up with their own solutions. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into problem solving, leadership strengths, and the hidden traps of people pleasing. And I'm going to give you 3 game-changing steps to turn this all around. If you're new to my channel, I'm Judi Glova, and for the past 15 years, I've been an executive coach and an expert in intuitive leadership. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below. That way, you'll be able to get all the valuable episodes that come out each week. Think about this. As a leader, you have innate superpowers, and probably more than one. And they're probably the reason why you've been so successful. However, success isn't a problem when you use your superpowers. It's when you overuse them that they become your kryptonite. And problem solving, which is a form of people pleasing, can become one of those superpowers that you overuse. What I mean is, it's great and it's effective when you're able to give an answer to a tough challenge to your team once in a while. But when you start noticing that they're always coming to you and they've stopped being creative, there's a problem. It happens to a lot of leaders and it's kryptonite for 2 reasons. And reason number 1 is that it's not a long-term strategy. Short term, you may get what you want, but over the long term, you may create a dysfunctional team, totally not being aware that you're doing it. But you'll notice that they're not as creative or strategic or savvy when it comes to solving their own problems. Reason number 2 is that over the long term, it can even become something like an addiction, a bad habit, because people pleasing and problem solving really satisfies us. It makes us feel good. It has our ego get a huge boost every time we do it. And it's something that gives us a payoff, a huge payoff. You may not know this, but there's an underlying cause, and it has to do with our 6 human needs. This type of behavior actually fills our 6 human needs, and we all have them. They're all good. There's nothing wrong with having our 6 human needs. We have to meet them in some way, shape, or form. So what happens though is that when we overuse a superpower and it's meeting a lot of our 6 human needs, it becomes an addiction. This is one of the most important distinctions that you can acquire, because understanding the underlying needs that drive your behavior give you the opportunity to take back control and create habits that actually are going to make you more effective. I'm going to go through all of the 6 human needs briefly, and I want you to write them down. I want you to make a list of all the 6 human needs that are met when you're problem solving or when you're people pleasing. So get a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm going to go through those 6 human needs right now. Human need number 1 is safety or certainty, and it really makes us feel confident and strong when we're able to solve problems or help other people out. When we're the people that are in control, it fills that need for feeling safe and certain. Human need number 2 is actually the flip side of that, and it's uncertainty. It's the need for a variety. So we actually enjoy when we have a tough challenge that we can solve, and we love that sense of creativity. So that's how we fill that second need of uncertainty and variety. Human need number 3 is connection or love. And we feel so good when we're able to bond with other people, when we're able to show our gifts and be helpful and be there for them. So that's how we get that need for connection met. Human need number 4 is that feeling of significance or separate. And we get that sense of being unique and special and really adding value when we're able to solve problems for other people. And when we feel special, we feel that need for significance. Human need number 5 is growth. Anytime that we're learning, that we're finding out new things, that's how we get that need met for feeling that we're growing, that we're striving, that we're expanding somehow our knowledge in the world. Human need number 6 is contribution. Anytime that you feel like you're contributing, that you're giving to something greater than yourself, and think about it, when you are solving problems, sometimes you are doing it for the greater good. You're able to help other people and not just yourself. And that's when we get that need met for feeling like we're contributing, that we're doing good. Okay, now I want you to get your list and I want you to notice how many of those 6 human needs are met for you when it comes to solving problems or people pleasing. And chances are it's probably not hard to get to more than 3. And here's the kicker. When you actually meet three or more of your 6 human needs, it actually can become a habit, but it's a habit that's an addiction of a thought, a feeling, a situation, an action, and it gets in our way. It becomes our kryptonite. The good news though is that now that you have the self-awareness about your 6 human needs, you can take back control and transform that kryptonite back into a superpower. When I realized that I was addicted to people pleasing and problem solving, it was because I noticed that my needs for significance, for variety, and for connection were being met so often when I did that behavior. No wonder why it was something that I kept on doing over and over again, and I was completely blind to it. But then I saw that I could still get my needs met and teach my team how to be more savvy and creative and innovative when it came to problem solving, and that made all the difference. I was able to flip my definition of what success really meant in that situation. So now I'm going to give you those 3 game-changing steps so that you can turn this all around for yourself. Step number 1 is to know what your superpowers are and to know when you're crossing over that line into kryptonite behavior. Step number 2 is to determine how many of the 6 human needs are being met by that kryptonite behavior. And remember, if it's 3 or more of those 6 human needs, it could potentially become a really bad habit to the point that it's an addictive behavior. And we don't want you to be blind. We want you to have that clarity so that you can really make the change that you want to make. Step number 3 is to determine how you can still get your needs met and be able to teach your team that superpower so that you're empowering them. You're making them more powerful. You're giving them the value of your superpower. I realize that this 3rd step can be a little tricky to try to figure out on your own, but not to worry. I've got your back, and you can always reach out to me if you need support in order to figure out how to do that. All you need to do is go to my website, judiglova.com/schedule, and you'll be able to set up a quick call so that we can figure that out for you. That way you'll transform your superpower, give one to your team, and be able to leverage that throughout your leadership. And I'm really excited to tell you that I'm going to be launching an exclusive 60-minute online class that's going to help leaders like you break through the perfectionism, the over-responsibility, the people-pleasing that gets in your way. That way you'll learn one of the biggest secrets that actually works when you're building a high-performing team as an intuitive leader, as well as what doesn't. And all you have to do is email me at info@judiglova.com and I will give you all the details. I look forward to seeing you next time. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below as well as the notification bell. Bye for now.